Most people hear the word wholesale and think it means buying in bulk at Costco. In real estate, it means something completely different. And if you understand it, you can make money in this market without a license, without a mortgage, and without ever swinging a hammer. By the end of this, you're going to know exactly what wholesale real estate is, how the money actually moves, how to find your first deal, how to talk to sellers, how to build a buyer's list, and what happens at the closing table. We're going from zero to your first wholesale deal, chapter by chapter. Stay until the end because the section on common beginner mistakes has saved more than a few people from losing everything on their first contract. Let's start at the foundation. Wholesaling is not flipping. A lot of people confuse these two. When you flip a house, you buy it, renovate it, and sell it. You need capital, you need contractors, you need to carry the property for months. When you wholesale, you get a property under contract, meaning you have the legal right to purchase it, and then you sell that contract to another buyer before you ever close. You're essentially the middleman. You find a deal, lock it up, and charge a fee to pass it to someone who actually wants to buy and own the property. That fee is called an assignment fee. It typically runs anywhere from $3,000 on the low end to $20,000, $30,000, even $50,000 on deals with serious meat on the bone. No renovation, no holding costs, no mortgage. The reason this works is because there are two parties in every real estate market who are highly motivated: sellers who need out fast and investors who want discounted properties but don't have the time or systems to find them. You sit in between. You build a bridge, and you get paid for building it. Now let's talk about the legal side before we go further. Wholesaling is legal in all 50 states, but it has been regulated more tightly in some places. In states like Illinois, Texas, and a handful of others, there have been rule changes around who can market a property they don't own. The safest practice, and the one every serious wholesaler follows, is to disclose your position. Make it clear you are selling the contract, not the property itself. Some states require you to hold a real estate license if you're doing this at volume. Do not skip the legal homework for your specific state. Look up your state's real estate commission rules. Spend $200 talking to a real estate attorney before you do your first deal. That is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy. Also, you need a solid purchase contract. A standard purchase agreement works, but it needs an assignment clause. That clause is what gives you the right to transfer your contract position to your end buyer. Without it, you're stuck. Most wholesale-friendly contracts already have this language baked in. You can find attorney-reviewed wholesale contracts through platforms like REI Vault or through local real estate investment associations, RIAs, in your area. Chapter 2. Finding the deal. This is where most beginners freeze up. They think deals fall out of the sky, or that you need some kind of secret network to find them. You don't. You need a motivated seller. That's it. A motivated seller is someone whose life situation is creating urgency around a property. Think about who that might be. Someone who inherited a house they live 3 states away from. Someone going through a divorce, and both parties just want it gone. A landlord who is completely exhausted by problem tenants and doesn't want to deal with repairs. Someone facing foreclosure who needs to close in 2 weeks. Pre-probate situations. Tax delinquent properties. Vacant homes. The fastest way to find these people as a beginner is direct mail, driving for dollars, and cold calling. Driving for dollars means you literally drive neighborhoods and note houses that look distressed. Overgrown grass, boarded windows, mail piling up, roof falling in. Those are signals. You pull the owner's name and mailing address. Tools like Deal Machine or PropStream cost roughly $100 a month, and they make this fast. You pull the skip trace on the owner, and you send them a letter or postcard. Your letter should be simple. Something like, "Hi, my name is Mike. I buy houses in your area in any condition. If you've ever thought about selling, call me directly at this number." That's it. No pressure, no gimmicks. For direct mail at scale, A list of, say, 500 absentee owners with high equity and a zip code, you can pull that in PropStream in 10 minutes. Mail it through a service like Click-to-Mail. You're spending maybe $200 to $300 on a mailer, and all you need is one deal that pays you $8,000 to make that ROI obvious. Cold calling is faster, but requires thicker skin. Same lists, same motivation criteria. You're just dialing instead of mailing. Use a dialer like Mojo or RedX to increase your volume. Expect to make 100 calls to get 3 to 5 real conversations. Expect to have 10 to 15 conversations to get 1 appointment. That is normal. Do not quit on call 47 thinking the system is broken. Now you've got a motivated seller on the phone. Here's what that conversation looks like. You are not trying to trick anyone. You are trying to understand their situation. The best wholesalers are part investigator, part problem solver. You ask questions. You listen. What's the address? What condition is the property in? Is there a mortgage on it? If so, how much is owed? Why are you thinking about selling? What timeline works for you? The last question matters more than most beginners realize. When you understand their timeline, you understand their motivation. Someone who says, "I need to be out in 30 days," is a different conversation than someone who says, "Whenever is fine." Once you understand their situation, you make an offer. And here's the formula. You need 3 numbers. The after repair value, what the house is worth completely fixed up. Your estimated repair cost, what it's going to take to get there. And your maximum allowable offer, the most you can pay and still create a deal. The standard formula is after repair value multiplied by 70% minus repair costs minus your assignment fee. That result is your maximum offer. Let's make this real. Say a house has an ARV of $200,000. It needs $30,000 in repairs. You want a $10,000 assignment fee. 200,000 times 0.7 is 140,000. Subtract 30,000 in repairs. That's 110,000. Subtract your 10,000 fee. Your offer is $100,000. If the seller agrees at 100,000, you have a deal on paper. You now go find a cash buyer who will pay $110,000 to close on it. Your spread, $10,000, is your assignment fee. Chapter 3. The Buyer's List. This is your most valuable asset. Without buyers, you have nothing but a piece of paper. A buyer's list is a database of investors, flippers, landlords, buy and hold investors, who are actively looking for deals in your market and have the cash or financing ready to move. Where do you find these people? Start at your local real estate investor meetup. Go to Bigger Pockets and search your market. Search Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for "We Buy Houses" ads. Every single person running one of those ads is a potential buyer. Call them. Introduce yourself. Tell them you come across off-market deals and you want to know what their buy box looks like. What areas, what condition, what price range. Log this information. A simple Google sheet works fine when you're starting out. Name, phone, email, target zip codes, preferred property type, max price range, and how fast they can close. The gold standard buyers on your list are the ones who can close in 2 weeks with cash and have done it before. When you bring them a deal, they look at it once, they know if it works, and they wire money. Those relationships are worth more than any marketing channel you will ever build. Let's walk through what actually happens at the table. You've got the seller signed on your purchase contract. You've got a buyer who loves the deal. Now what? You have 2 options for how the transaction gets structured. Option 1 is a straight assignment. You fill out an assignment of contract form, your buyer pays you the assignment fee, either at signing or at closing, and your buyer steps into your shoes and closes directly with the seller. Simple, clean, most common for beginners. Option 2 is a double close. This is where you actually purchase the property and then immediately resell it to your buyer, often on the same day. You are technically closing twice. The reason some wholesalers prefer this is privacy. The seller never sees your profit margin because the two transactions are separate. It requires transactional funding, short-term capital you borrow just to close the A to B transaction, often at 1 to 2% of the purchase price. Companies like Coastal Funding or your local hard money lender can provide this. Both structures work. Most beginners start with assignments because they're simpler and require zero capital. You'll need a real estate attorney or a title company familiar with wholesale deals to handle the closing. Not all title companies will touch assignments. When you're building your team, ask up front, do you work with wholesalers? Find one who says yes and build that relationship. They are part of your infrastructure. Let's talk about the mistakes that burn beginners. Number 1, locking up a bad deal. If your numbers don't work, no buyer will touch it. Run comps properly. Use PropStream, the MLS if you have access, or a real estate agent who understands investment properties. 3 to 5 comparable sales within 1 mile in the last 6 months. That's your comp foundation. Number 2, not disclosing your role. Be transparent. You are an investor. You are not representing the seller as an agent. You are buying the contract, not the property. Say it clearly. Number 3, setting an unrealistic closing timeline. Sellers want certainty. If you tell them you'll close in 30 days, mean it. Have your buyer identified before you lock up the deal. Or at minimum, have a strong enough list that you can move the deal in 72 hours. Number 4, working alone. Find a mentor. Find a local investor who has done deals and offer to split your first assignment fee with them in exchange for guidance. That trade is worth every dollar you give up. Number 5, giving up after 2 months. This business has a ramp-up period. Most wholesalers close their first deal between 60 and 120 days of consistent action. Consistent is the key word, not sporadic. Not when you feel motivated. Every week. Non-negotiable outreach. Non-negotiable follow-up. Follow-up is where the money is hiding. 80% of wholesale deals come from sellers who said no the first time. Life changes. Situations change. The person who said not yet in March calls you back in October because the property is still sitting there and they're exhausted. Stay in their pipeline. Send a text every 6 weeks. 1 line. Hey, still looking in your area. Let me know if anything has changed. That's it. Here's your action plan for the next 7 days. Day 1. Set up your entity. LLC, Basic Operating Agreement. File online through your state's Secretary of State website. $100 to $300 depending on the state. Do it now. Day 2. Get your tools. PropStream or Deal Machine. 30-day trial runs between $97 and $149, worth every cent. Day 3. Build your first list. 500 absentee owners with high equity in 1 zip code you know well. 1 zip code, not 5. 1. Day 4. Pull your wholesale contract and have it reviewed by a real estate attorney familiar with your state. Day 5. Attend a local REIA meeting or find one on meetup.com. Collect 5 business cards from active investors. Those are your first 5 potential buyers. Day 6. Send your first mailer or make your first 50 calls. Yes, 50, not 5. Day 7. Set up a simple CRM. Even a free HubSpot account works. Log every contact, every conversation, every follow-up date. Your database is your business. This is not complicated. It is consistent. The difference between the people who make $10,000 on their first deal and the people who quit is not talent. It is not capital. It is not market conditions. It is the decision to show up and work the system every single week until the deal closes. Wholesale real estate is one of the last business models where you can start with almost nothing, learn as you go, and create real wealth without a degree, without a license in most states, and without massive upfront capital. It is not easy, but the barrier to entry is low enough that anyone willing to learn and move will get there. The code doesn't expire, but your window might.